The eventual divorce of Georgie and Mandy prior to The Big Bang Theory presents a significant challenge for their spin-off. Mandy's refusal to emulate her parents' marital blunders sets the stage for the pair's unavoidable breakup. The spin-off show Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage makes reference to the couple's potential second marriage. While there is a significant challenge for young Sheldon's Georgie and Mandy spin-off, The Big Bang Theory prequel was expertly positioned in Season 7, Episode 10. Every single one of young Sheldon's characters is endearing. But audiences seem especially fond of Montana Jordan's well-meaning Georgie and Emily Osment's Mandy, who happens to be his love interest. Soon, the couple will have their own spin-off, Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage, which will chronicle the ups and downs of their journey into marriage and fatherhood. Anybody who is familiar with Big Bang Theory history will recognize that there is a problem inherent in this idea. In the first episode of the original series, The Sibling Realignment, Episode 23, Georgie made reference to his ex-wife. This suggests that Georgie and Mandy's marriage is destined to collapse, which makes it seem like a horrible idea to create a sitcom spin-off centered around their union. The spin-off has been filling in story holes like Mima's character change, Sheldon's move to Caltech, and George Sr.'s alleged cheating scandal ever since young Sheldon's Season 6 conclusion. Still, the show hasn't been able to resolve this issue. Despite co-starring in a series, Georgie and Mandy will undoubtedly split up at some point. Luckily, Community Service and the Key to a Happy Marriage, Episode 10 of Season 7, provides a reason for the couple's breakup that doesn't rule out their future reconciliation. During this outing, Georgia found it difficult to decide whether to follow Mandy's advice or that of his mother-in-law over raising Cece. Georgie's greatest efforts to resolve the conflict between the two failed miserably, and his attempts to follow Mandy's father's counsel were similarly ineffective. Mandy eventually insisted on knowing why Georgie was appeasing her. She pointed out that her parents weren't in a happy marriage, and he blamed her father's advice. Similar to how Sheldon's college narrative, in young Sheldon Season 7 set up his decades-long battle with academic authority, Mandy's vehement declaration that she wanted to move away from the kind of marriage her parents enjoyed highlights a significant contrast between her and Georgie. Georgie does not believe that his parents, Mary and George Sr., are unhappy in their marriage or have a strained relationship. Because of this, he is content to mimic his elders' actions without question. Mandy's wish to avoid becoming like her parents provides justification for their Big Bang Theory past, since it could help to explain the dissolution of their first marriage. Georgie and Mandy's spin-off title gives them additional chances. Mandy and Georgie's First Marriage suggests a messy future for the couple. Fortunately for the pair, Georgia and Mandy's spin-off title demonstrates that despite their fictional likelihood of divorcing, their love isn't necessarily doomed. The satirical title of the series, Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage, alludes to the difficulties they may encounter in the future. This playful nickname suggests that the pair may be married again after divorcing, and that this second marriage might end up being the one that works out for them both. This would have made sense when Georgie felt obligated to nurture his younger siblings after young Sheldon's George Sr.'s death, which may have strained his marriage to Mandy. In The Sibling Realignment, the majority of the episode is on Mary treating Sheldon as her favorite. However, Georgie's ex-wife being mentioned may be interpreted as evidence that this pressure played a role in his separation with Mandy. In addition to wanting to raise Cece and his siblings, Georgie also wanted a traditional, secure marriage to someone who didn't want to follow their parents' footsteps. There was always a chance that this combo might not work. The happy pair may not be pleased with this dire prognosis, but it might be a wonderful concept for Georgia and Mandy's young Sheldon spin-off. In the event that Georgia and Mandy's first marriage accepts its central focus as their clumsy first marriage, it has the potential to be a shrewd critique of sitcom clichés. Rather than romanticizing the notion of a nagging wife and a buffoonish husband, The Big Bang Theory's second spin-off might emphasize how this dynamic in a relationship progressively becomes toxic over time. The main pair might then split up, get back together, and start over with a stronger bond. Despite their outward disarray, the Coopers are remarkably devoted and loving. The McAllisters, on the other hand, are bitter and miserable while appearing more successful and put together. While Georgie and Mandy's second marriage may reflect the happier Coopers, their first marriage and subsequent divorce may reflect her parents. Therefore, rather than focusing on the idealized high points of romantic relationships, young Sheldon's spinoff may be more interested in exposing their dangers. Additionally, the show may benefit from the Big Bang Theory's canon by using this failed first marriage to challenge cliches found in sitcoms.